Brian Norman. He defeats Giovanni Santillan. He stops him. Great fight, great performance. Him and his father's on record saying that they wanted to save you for last, being that the relationship and that they look at you as the toughest fight. That was right after Santillan. But as of recent, they're saying that if it's next, then it's next. That
offer was sent. Offer was sent 2 days ago.
And no back and forth negotiation, or
offer was sent 2 days ago.
Have you seen or heard about the interviews that they saying that they would take it next?
Somebody sent me something. They said that, they said something about like what you just said. And they said something. I heard somebody. Somebody sent me one where he said he'll fight me at home too. We sent offer 2 days ago. Turned it down.
Now, for you, does it matter if it's, if Brian Norman is next, if he's last, what?
I don't care. I want to collect these belts, and I keep saying I'm just frustrated. I don't want to have no backward fights. None of that stuff. My whole thing is to be undisputed and collect these belts, and my mindset is focused on WBC, WBO, and WBA. I want to collect these belts. Ring Magazine. I want to be undisputed.
An interview done by me. Jaron Ennis spoke on negotiations with you. Mm-hmm. And he's on record saying that you and your team turned down the fight. Yeah. What's your response to that?
Real quick, just want to get my dates wrong. When was that interview posted? Oh, done?
Tuesday.
All right, so the interview was done Tuesday, but we also got the offer on Tuesday and sent back our counter offer on Tuesday. So I don't even know if things are able to get that counter offer to even say I accepted or declined. First thing first is we did decline the fight. Not decline. We did accept the fight. We actually, I didn't call him. My daddy called Bozy and told him himself, yes, we accepted the fight. And my daddy was trying to talk. He was trying to talk, but Bozy said, whoa. No, we ain't trying to fight right now. We want to say that till undisputed. We want to save that till later on and stuff like that. So your daddy is the one who said no, not us. We said yes. We called your daddy and all that just to say yes. And yes, I would come to Philly just for that fight. Don't forget, every time we ever encountered each other, I pulled up on y'all. So don't act like I'm no some Rudy Poo ass nigga. I ain't never been no bitch. You already know that for a fact. You feel me? So I'm always down for any fight. I'm always down for any occasion. And just like I said before, I'm always down to come to your hood and get this work in. So it never been that. I never been no bitch. Don't let this light skin shit fool you. I'm ready for all of that.
Now, for the record, you want that fight next?
I want this fight whenever.
Okay.
But the way he was talking like he's some kind of big dog or something like that. But I'm not going for that. There's a lot of people bowing down to him. I'm not one of them. I am myself. I am a normal. I'm far from the normal. You dig what I'm saying? So you ain't no big dog as long as I'm here.
All right, now, let's talk about the negotiations. Y'all, when did they first contact y'all?
I believe that was on Tuesday. Literally on Tuesday, and we sent back a counter offer. And then this popped up. I didn't even see it, but you and my dad just called me this morning about it. But and then this popped up. So we can't even say we was even in negotiations because they automatically just saying we just said no. But we immediately sit back and counter offer and everything. We was down for the get around. You get what I'm saying?
So you just heard Jaron Bootenn's clip from YSM Sports Media. Salute to him. And you also heard a clip from Brian Norman Jr., also from YSM Sports Media, man. And apparently, man, there's been talks between these two dudes fighting. As we know, Brian Norman Jr. Is at the welterweight division. Jaron Ennis is at welterweight. Brian Norman Jr. is coming off of a serious knockout of Giovanni Santillan. And Brian Norman is also WBO welterweight champion. So We have IBF champion in Jaron Ennis and WBO champion in Brian Norman Jr. You know, a lot of people's been ginning this thing up. It's looking like it's like the next Errol Spence versus Terrence Crawford build up. It's clear that they're building up the fight, man. When you see them start talking like the way they talking, and you hear Brian talking big talk, you dig this is a build up, man. You know, and I know a lot of people are saying, well, we don't care about build ups. We just want to see the fight. Yeah, for sure. Absolutely. As fans, we want to see it right now. But when you look at it from the boxers and like the promoters' point of view, they don't see it like that all the time. They look at it like they want to build it up. They want them to gin up a little bit of smoke, you know, so the fight can look more appealing and stuff like that. You know, I get it, but according to Brian Norman, according to Boots, you know, he pretty much saying, look, we sent the offer to them, you know, and it was that's all he kept saying. I sent the offer, and they turned it down. So then Brian Norman caught wind of that and was like, bro, first off, man, we got an offer, and then we sent the counter offer, and then my pop spoke to Bozy, and Bozy was like, nah, we want to that's further down the line. So at first I was a little confused because I was like, well, why would they send an offer to Brian Norman just for Bozy to turn it down and say they want to save the fight for later? So I got to thinking, I'm like, okay, I think it was Eddie Hearn that sent it over, but then Norman Sr. called Bozy, and then Bozy said, nah, like I don't want it right now. We want to wait a little later, indicating I guess they want to build it up some more. Other people, man, gonna look at it like that's a duck move from Bozy and Boots, you know, because people want to see it right now. People they don't want it to marinate. Like I said, as boxing fans, like we want that. We want them to get down now. Brian Norman is saying they'll take it now, you know. But I don't know, man. I get both sides of the fence though. I can understand both ends. From the business aspect, it's not a real big fight yet. You know, it's not. It really ain't. It's a decent fight though, because they both hold straps. I guess it's not a big fight. It's not like right now a big fight because I guess the way they got the belts, maybe that's what it is, because they were pretty much elevated, you know. So maybe it's like, okay, if Giovanni had the belt, Brian Norman knocked him out, took it, or something like that, or if Jaron Ennis knocked somebody out for the IBF, then, you know, beat him, maybe it'll look a little bit more appealing to people. But maybe that could be part of it. I don't know, man. I don't fucking know. But what I'm saying is, I fuck with Brian Norman. I fuck with both of them. I like both of them, man. I do. I like both. I like Boots and I like Brian Norman Jr. But it's something about Brian Norman that stands out to me, man. It's something about the way he fight, how patient he looks in the ring. I like the patience. That counter Jack, man. Look, his countering is dope. He could fight off the rope. Boots could fight off the ropes too. But Brian Norman looks like, I think he's a better fighter off the ropes. But that's gonna be an interesting fight, man. I want to see it now. I ain't gonna lie. But at the same time, I respect that part of boxing where these dudes that's in control, they might want to let it sit a little bit, and they might want to let it marinate. But the problem with letting stuff like that marinate is you gonna have a whole bunch of other fighters that these dudes gonna be fighting before they get a chance to get in the ring, and something could happen. Anything could happen in between that time, and then one of them lose a belt or something like that and lose, and then we gonna have one of them situations, man, kind of like Wilder and Joshua, one of them type of situations, you know. And I don't want to see that, man. These two right here is the two best. You got two other champions, but I said already, I think Brian Norman Jr. and Jaron Ennis, those are the top dogs. Those are the two of the most skillful fighters at welterweight right now. So I want to see it before something happens. You know what I mean? The marinating stuff, man. I mean, like I said, I understand it, man. I get it, but I'm just not with it, bro. See, I get it, but I'm just not with it. Oh, I made a rhyme. Yeah, but hopefully, bro, we get to see that coming real soon. I mean, damn, man. If, like I said, they got to come to some kind of terms because, like I said, what's gonna happen is hopefully it don't happen like this. But what can possibly happen if these dudes don't fight anytime soon? If we like 3-4 fights away from these dudes fighting, who's to say what could happen in between that time? So that's the downside of letting fights marinate, man. In my opinion, but we'll see. Anyway, let me know what y'all think, man. You think anybody capping? You think Jaron Ennis is ducking? Yeah, I said ducking. You think Brian Norman Jr. ducking? And I'm gonna talk about that in the next video, man. I'm gonna touch on something like that about ducking, and because apparently I got some people that drop comments, and I'm gonna talk about opinions too, and boxers that afraid of each other, or is that a thing? Does that exist? We're gonna talk about it a little bit. But anyway, let me know what you think. This your boy, it's Rebel Life Boxing, man. Thanks for watching. I'm gonna see y'all in the next one.